I was kept in my room with a cat box to use as the bathroom. I have a dog dish, and I had alarms and bolts all the way down my door. My dad and my step-cousin was molesting me up until the age of 16 when I decided to kill my stepdad.
All right, we're in Sin City again. We're here with Abigail. Abigail is stranded here. She came with a fella from Portland who was using some drugs, black, and disappeared on her. And now she's stuck out here in Vegas, right?
Yep.
All right, Abigail, how old are you?
I'm 30.
30. Do you give us permission to use this video on our YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I like your hair.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are you currently on the streets?
Yeah.
Are you? How do you survive out here?
I do a lot of boosting. I get different items and things that people need from the store, and I go in and boost it from the store, and then I come back and get it from them and make money that way.
All right. Now, have you worked the streets out here?
I tried it. Not my cup of tea.
Do you have any bad experiences?
Yeah, there was a couple where, like, I was recently, like, a week ago, this guy just started beating the crap out of my face, and all because I wanted to put on makeup, and he thought that when I was putting on my makeup I was going to leave, but I just got out of the shower, and I like to put on makeup when I get out of the shower because that's what makes me feel pretty. So yeah, that was probably the worst experience. I'm
so sorry. What kind of drugs are you using right now?
I do blues occasionally and meth. Blues for my cancer and the pain because it's fentanyl, and I'm used to fentanyl because of my last 3 pregnancies, but meth just to help me stay up on the streets because it's too dangerous out here.
It's dangerous. Is that why you use it?
Yeah.
So you grew up in Portland, right?
Yeah.
All right. What high school did you go to?
I went to Central High School.
In Portland?
No, it's in Independence. I only spent the last 7 to 8 years in Portland, actually.
Did you graduate?
No, I made it up to 12th grade, and then my stepdad kicked me out on the streets, and after that, I didn't even get to go to stage, but I would have been called. So
he kicked you out your last year?
Mm-hmm. At the very, very end.
How old were you?
I had a black boyfriend. Like, I don't remember, like 18, 17, 18.
All right, be honest. Were you a bad kid? Were you using drugs back then?
No, I just started using drugs after the guy pushed me in the fire 8 years ago.
Wait, the guy pushed you in the fire?
Yeah, that's what the skin graft is right here.
Oh, when did that happen?
2016.
Yeah?
Right after I got out of the Oregon State Hospital.
Okay. Why were you in the hospital?
To get help with my mental disorders.
Oh, okay. And then how did the incident happen where you got burned?
The guy asked me to leave his RV for 5 minutes. I had to go pee, so I forgot that he asked me to leave. I came back in. He had a needle in his freaking arm filling up with blood. I started freaking out, and I was like, take me back home. I don't want to be here no more, blah, blah. And he came running out, and I was facing a fire pit, those circle pits that have the cooking grate on them, up in Walla Hill, and had my arm crossed, and he goes, no, and shoved me forward, and I caught myself like that on the cooking grate, burned my hands, burned a hole right here, and then fell asleep on this arm, and they had to solder it open and cut it, just so that I could use it, and I can't move it up like above that. And after that, he started like choking me out, and then boofing messed up my butt in order for me to, and I got addicted that way, so.
Oh, that's how you became addicted? I'm so sorry about that. And that was in 2016?
Yeah, 2016 is when my life started to become hell.
You were barely like in your early 20s, huh?
Yeah, I think it was like 23, 24.
Yeah. And that's when you started abusing it more and more? And now you're addicted to it? Have you been clean in the last 7 years or so?
Yeah, there's been, my last pregnancy that I went through, I was actually clean for a while, and then, I mean, there's been times where, like, I could easily just quit this meth. The blues I need to get help for because of the sickness feeling of it. I can't stand it, and I'm actually trying to find a way back home because back in Portland I have an apartment, and, you know, I'm trying to go on to rehab back in Portland, but if I can't find a way back home, unfortunately I'm going to have to do Crossroads here.
Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest, Crossroads. And then when this video goes up, make sure you read the comments. There's a lot of helpful people on here. Do you need a ride anywhere here? I can't take you to Portland, but do you want to take you to a rehab or anything like that? No?
No.
Can we get you some food at least?
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
Do you know where the women's shelter is?
No, I don't know where any kind of shelters are.
Can I take you to a women's shelter? There's a couple around here.
Yeah, I think you have to be clean though, is what I heard.
Okay.
And like I said, it's too hard for me to quit the blues. I've tried. It's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah. So maybe get into a rehab here, and then someone can arrange a ride for you to Portland.
Yeah, I'm just to go down to the Southern Nevada Help place on Monday.
Yeah, Southern Nevada Help. Okay. All right. Can we go back to your childhood really quick again?
Yeah.
Was there an abuse in the home growing up?
Basically all my life, that's all that there was with my parents. I probably only spent 5 years with my family. My dad and my step-cousin was molesting me up until the age of 16 when I decided to kill my stepdad. That's why I went into Oregon State Hospital. My parents didn't want me because I wasn't a boy, so a lot of abuse went on. Like, I was kept in my room with a cat box to use as the bathroom. I have a dog dish, and I had alarms and bolts all the way down my door.
I'm so sorry. Were you ever in the system?
Yeah. All my life, that's all I was in.
You were in foster care? What was your experience in foster care?
Honestly, I love it better than I do regular life.
You loved foster care? What were your dreams as a little girl?
I think to become a singer or a nurse or something like that, a caregiver. I mean, I do under the table caregiving and stuff like that, but...
Where do you want to see yourself in 2 years?
Preferably back home.
In Portland?
Yeah, and, you know, clean and sober off these damn blues.
Yeah. Do you want your kids back?
No. I recently just actually had the chance to get my last son back, but like if you think about it, like I didn't want to take him away from the foster family that he was with because, you know, they've been doing so good raising him and stuff, so, and I want to be able to take care of him. Actually, yeah. I just want to start over. Make a new kid again.
What do you want people to know about you?
I guess even though like I'm a problematic child, that I'm very caring and giving, and I go to my last. I put everybody before myself. When I shouldn't, I should put myself before others, but it's just I have too good of a caring heart. Like, I'll give everybody the clothes off my back until I'm down to my nakedness, just so they have clothes on them out here. I've done it twice already. So.
Yeah, I could tell you're a sweet person. So Abby, when you're out here alone, walking the streets, what do you think about?
Honestly, I think about how many more people throughout the day I'm going to be helping, or just, I don't know, I guess, why my life is the way it is. Like, I help out so many people on a daily basis, but yet when it comes time to me asking for help, I don't get one fucking soul to help me. So.
Well, I introduced you to a nice gentleman earlier, so hopefully he can help you out with your situation.
You know how it goes. It's Vegas. A guy just gets his wet and that's it. Once they get what they want and they're done, shoo, goodbye. Thank you, ma'am. Slam, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Let me ask you, if you can go back to your earlier days, would you do anything different?
Yeah, I would actually.
What would you do different?
I probably, with my first child when I had her, I probably would have taken myself into rehab like I was supposed to and started there.
Go to rehab right away?
Yeah. I would have went with my first pregnancy with my daughter, Kishaya. I would have went into rehab like they wanted instead of flaking everything off. But I wasn't ready at the time. I had my daughter, so Yeah, I would have went into rehab. That's where I would have changed my life and been better.
So you went into a hospital for 4 years or 5 years?
5 years.
Why don't you explain what happened?
So my stepdad was molesting me most of my life and all my life along with his stepcousin. And I finally decided to put an end at it at age 16. And I murdered my stepdad, making it look like a suicide. So it was actually a suicide by, looking like, excuse me, looking like a suicide, but it was actually a homicide put into suicide. I gave him carbon monoxide poisoning through his truck when he fell asleep.
And he passed away. And then, did they know it was a homicide right away, or?
Nope.
What happened?
They thought it was a suicide because my dad was always suicidal, so they figured he tried to kill himself.
Okay, they classified it as a suicide, and then how much later did they?
A couple years later.
Did they charge you with anything? Or?
First degree murder, manslaughter 1, and murder in the first degree. And I had 20 years that I was supposed to do under the board, but the thing about the guilty except for insanity is as long as you do your programming and your time and what you're supposed to in the hospital, you could be out within a few months. And you say you got like a lifetime sentence, you could be out in a few months. It all depends upon you and how you do your treatment when you're there.
All right, so you hope to get clean soon?
Yeah, I want to get off booze. I don't fucking like these things.
You don't need these things. You're only 30 years old.
Well, it's not only that. It's just I don't like the sickness part, and I've been working on it slowly. I used to do 20 blues a day, okay? Now I'm down to like 8 blues a day. That's a pretty big progress.
It is. Keep going down more. So, Abby, are you spiritual or religious at all?
I'm Wiccan, and I do witchcraft.
You do witchcraft?
Mm-hmm.
All right, tell me more about that.
I prefer dynamic Wiccan, which is like the LGBTQ type thing. I believe in the gods and goddesses. I do moon and rock rituals. I can write in ruins, and I see and hear things that people usually wouldn't. Yeah. I can connect with the other side, I guess you could say. Yeah, doctors might look at that and call me crazy, but I mean, I have these deja vu moments, like I can predict something before it happens, it seems like.
Yeah.
Like I'll hear something in my head, and all of a sudden, like 30 seconds later, or 2 minutes later, all of a sudden it happens. Like, whoa, I just heard that in my head.
Maybe if you get clean, you get medicated, and you get better, you'll do a turnaround. Everything will work out for you. What do you think?
Nothing's ever worked out for me in my life, so why would it work now? I don't think it will. I think I'm a chosen one, is what I think.
You think you're a chosen one?
Yeah. Because everything that I've ever had to battle or deal with or do, all comes back to chosen one. And the daily battles that I have to face every day, it's too much like a psychiatric, someone that has spiritually gifted gifts and stuff. So.
You think you're spiritually gifted? All right, well, Abby, I really enjoyed this interview. I wish you the best. I hope you would take my offer to take you to Crossroads or a women's shelter.
No, because you have to be sick and you have to be ready and willing, and I'm not ready to hit that yet. No.